What's the haps? I'm Meroka, and today I'm going to be taking a quick look at Chroma Squad by Behold Studios. This is a tactical RPG, if you couldn't tell by the fact that they put the genre in the bloody title logo screen thing there. Yeah, okay. Well, I like that kind of game, because I'm a big fan of stuff like Final Fantasy Tactics. That's kind of my kind of thing, and it's also, you can't read it very well, but again, underneath the logo it says, inspired by Saban's Power Rangers. It's more than inspired by, it's very, 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 very similar in every possible way, shape, or form. It could be like Power Rangers. It's just Power Rangers, the Tactics RPG. It really is. I think it's all anyone ever wanted in their lives, to be quite honest. But here we go. I'm going to take a look at it. So I'm going to head into settings first. Music and audio, which I guess audio is sound effects, separate sliders, so that's good to see. Video can change the resolution and full screen. It's kind of a 2D pixel art thing, so really you don't need much more than that. And language, we can have, I guess, American or Brazilian. Okay, interesting way to represent that, but I guess it kind of makes some kind of sense. I guess the team who made it were presumably Brazilian. I've not done my research on that one, but I presume that's the case. Anyway, let's head on in. Here's my team of Chroma Squad, not Power Rangers. So you can see I played for about 6 hours. I'm sort of in the middle of Season 3. I think there are about 5 seasons in this. Because the way it works is you're not really Power Rangers so much as you are a TV studio filming a show that's really, really, really similar to Power Rangers. So you are a team of 5 friends who are all stunt actors working on a show very similar to Power Rangers, and you didn't like the way the director was running things, so you went your own way and formed your own studio to form your own thing that's also very, very similar to Power Rangers. Now we've got a ridiculous amount of depth to this, so there's a lot to look at here. I will probably skim through it, but I want to get into a game first and foremost before we actually do it. I'll show you some gameplay up front, and then we'll take a look at the options that you can tinker with afterwards. So let's head on. If you hit record, it's like, oh, we're going to go record a new episode of the Chroma Squad. So here we go. We got, has Jet gone too far? Lee has a friend with a terrible costume that wants to help out in an episode. There are occasional weird cameos from, I guess, like Kickstarter backers. I don't know if that's going to be in this one, but you got a few icons at the top to tell you what kind of episode it's going to be. This is going to be a fairly standard episode, nothing particularly flashy or anything going on, and you can tell from the director's instructions it's going to be in 2 parts, so 2 phases to this section. And there's instructions of, how to maximize your audience. You're trying to get the biggest audience possible, because that's how you gain fans. So the maximum 6,000 audience be gained from this particular episode, and you will do that by following the director's instructions. However, if we move to this one, you can see up here there will be a guest team member. It's kind of a 6th Ranger kind of deal, kind of thing, where someone pops up and goes, "Hi, I'm from a rival squad who's from, like, Japan or something, and not really a normal Chroma Squad stroke Power Rangers guy, but here, I'm going to fight alongside you." Those are, I think, pretty frequently Kickstarter backers. This one, there we go. We've got a guest team member and has a mecha fight. Now, I think I'm going to probably want to show you a fight that has a mecha fight in it, because let's be honest, it's giant robots fighting giant monsters, and that's kind of a big deal. It's kind of part of what makes Power Rangers so freaking amazing. So, yeah, I'm going to want something that has a mecha fight in it, definitely. I'll try and find one that's shortish. That's a 3-part one. I'll take one that's The guest really doesn't add a whole lot terribly interesting to it. It's just more characters to play with. It's going to be a longer fight, and it's going to have other stuff in it. So I'll just show you one that's got a mecha in it, to be honest. So, Cerebro detects a group of monsters at the city's docks. Chroma Squad will have to deal with that, and with a monster who is half man, half robot. 6,000 audience, got 2 sections, got instructions for there, and we know at the end of it we're going to go into a robot form and make a mess of things. So let's do that one, Ironmongery. So before we get in, we're going to get a bit of narrative stuff. There's our team. There's Cerebro, who is, a giant brain in a jar. I forget if it was literally a brain in a jar in Power Rangers. They definitely had something very, very similar to that anyway. So they're going to be, this is our base, and they're going to issue commands and things. Greetings, mortals. I become aware of monster activity in progress at the docks. It's all kind of cheesy, and a lot of it's just kind of finding excuses to fight things. There's kind of a plot, but the plot seems to be outside of the course of the episodes. The episodes mostly just exist for their own purposes and a reason to fight enemies, which is, Power Rangers. But above that, there is kind of a plot more to do with outsider within the studio, within the characters amongst themselves, rather than amongst the actors themselves, rather than the characters. So it seems the monsters want to use a civilian boat for evil intentions. Alright, show the monsters what me and Chroma Squad are capable of. Me and Chroma Squad. Yeah, Season 3, they're kind of running into some sort of, differences between them. the leader is getting a bit full of himself, I think. You're not a rock star and we're not your band yet, we're a team. Sure, Flashy, let's get on with it. Chroma Squad! And teleport out. Then we can go fight some things. To be honest, we probably won't. We'll probably get some cheesy lines of something from the various enemies that will appear. Look, that might be the boat Cerebro mentioned. So, enemies are going to pop in. Here's all the minions. Got birds. Birds are kind of a ranged enemy. Got squirrels. Squirrels are kind of a melee enemy. My instructions for this fight are we need to do 4 team attacks and win in under 7 turns. There are only 5 enemies, so that doesn't seem like that's too big a deal. Okay, well I think we can do this. And then the frogs are kind of a healer character. So let's see. We can select. It kind of moves down the list at the side, but you can just click on any characters to select any of them at any time. Blue is their movement range. If you move within their movement range and then want to move further, you can forego attacking in exchange for moving a little further. I'm probably going to want to do that early on. We've also got teamwork down there, allows you to coordinate attacks or add some extra movement to people. So if I take the pink, move her here, and teamwork. That's going to allow my characters... She's going to flip the characters further. They're going to teamwork now. So if I take my assault now, Lee, my assault, because Lee, she could move to the same square that she's doing teamwork there, we can now coordinate and she'll give me an extra bit of a boosty, so I can throw a little bit further. And then, because that was my first turn, I still have an extra movement turn as well. So I could sit here. I mean, what I feel like would be really cool is if you could chain teamworks together and have someone like flip halfway across the map, but apparently that's not the case, as far as I can make out. So if I were to teamwork here, nah, it doesn't let me flip from purple to orange and then further onwards and beyond. That would be really cool if that was a feature, but no. Anyway, 1 is enough, I think, so let's just get some people up to the front line. There is no kind of skip move. Teamwork is kind of just basically the only real way to end a turn, I suppose. So he's my techie guy. None of these are going to do anything for the first turn, really. We're just going to get people into position. There we go, so that's my assist. And she's going to teamwork as well. When assist is basically your healer, so if she teamworks near anyone else, she'll give them a little bit of a healing, and she'll get some extra powers later on. We're probably going to activate some powers in the very near future, because there's a lot of enemies here. So we've got a big grayed out button here, chromatize, so it plays out a lot like any kind of Power Rangers episode. You've got your team, and they're going to start out kind of in their normal, sort of undisguised human forms, as it were, and they can fight people, and they don't have any real powers. It's just going to be hand-to-hand combat for a bit. My assault's going to be pretty good at taking things out, because it is my assault, so they can pretty much one-shot things. The lead might be able to one-shot things. The numbers are... yeah, it's not a surefire thing. The numbers vary a little bit, but my lead can usually take care of things. My techie probably won't be able to one-shot anything, so if we do a teamwork, I can combine that with my scout, remove the scout, also adjacent. If I attack him now, if I attack the squirrel, the attack will be combined with anybody who is currently teamworking next to them. That will end my tech's turn as well, so... if I was wanting to use him for any acrobatics, I'd want to use the acrobatics before I executed this attack, but I think I'm okay. So if we do a double attack, there we go. They'll combine their powers, and that's enough damage to take out that particular unit. So let's move my healer up. We've got the turtles are kind of just a really tough, high defense enemy. So to be fair, I don't think my assist is going to be able to take any of these out in one shot. Probably worth having an attack on the healer, I suppose. Although it's probably just going to heal itself up next turn. So then the enemies make their moves. Frog's going to run away. Oh, maybe the frogs can't heal themselves. So they are actually kind of only a recent addition. They only start appearing towards the end of Season 2, early Season 3. So I've not really had a lot of experience dealing with the healers in combat. So we've got a status on Scar. Scar is stunned, so she's not going to be able to do anything this turn. I've got the turtle. The turtle is obviously going to be pretty tough, so probably going to want to teamwork up on this. Also, to be fair, I'm supposed to be executing 4 team attacks as part of the deal here. So, obviously we've got an audience meter up top here, and completing the director's instructions will greatly boost your audience. By boosting your audience, once you get past that little threshold, there's a little yellow mark here that's a threshold. Once we pass that, we've gained enough audience that we can chromatize, and the chromatize gives us access to all our powers and things. So, like I said, that's great. That's grayed out until we pass that bar. So, I'm going to move my assault over here, and we're going to team up and try and take down the turtle. That's... because we did teamwork, we get a bunch of extra audience for teamwork. I think one of Jet's passive abilities, my lead's passive abilities, is that he also gains extra audience whenever he does any kind of teamwork with anybody. So that gave me a little bit extra audience. And now we're over the mark. We can actually chromatize. I might not necessarily want to do that immediately, because chromatize, it kind of brings your team into a formation. Whoever activates chromatize, all the other units will run to them, all debuffs will be removed, and everybody will be healed up to full. So I could do it, and then I would get Scar back in the action this turn, as well as giving everybody a little bit of healing. But they're not taking too much damage. It's kind of, if we start out kind of on the back foot and start losing a little bit early on, well, at that point, then maybe you want to consider chromatizing, and you kind of give you kind of a second wind, which is, again, kind of a bit of a Power Rangers-y thing. It's the way the mechanics work plays really nicely. So I want to get as many teamwork attacks in as I can, I think. So let's get another one in there, because obviously I'm aiming to get 4 for the extra audience, well, the audience is basically converted pretty much it converts into fans and revenue at the end of each episode. Once you finish recording an episode, the more audience you've got, the more of those will become fans of the show. It's kind of, oh, damn it, you dodged. Oh, so it kind of seemed overkill to take that out, but since you dodged it anyway, it doesn't matter. There we go, that's the healer down. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that now. What I am wondering is, can I teamwork to flip? Oh yeah, I can. We can, good, I can leap over the gaps, that's kind of cool. So if I send him over there, that's cool. Send him over to the other spot. Can teamwork up. And then defeat it. So there we go. 4 team attacks. We've completed the director's instructions, and we won in under 7 turns. So we get a whole boost on audience there. So now we get to the second phase of the attack. Finally, a boss fight. The bosses are always ridiculous and cheesy and very, very Power Rangers. Meet Ironing Man. Oh God, really, Ironing Man? It's even the Iron Man color scheme. Oh God, that's fantastic. Why are we fighting a robot-themed monster at a sea-themed location? Who knows? Because it's Power Rangers. Why not? Well, it's not Power Rangers, it's Chroma Squad, but it's so close to Power Rangers it might as well be. This is not acceptable. We're losing the audience here, people. Jeez, Jet, just chill for a moment. Please, please stop fighting. Enough. Me and my minions will iron you to the ground. Oh no. So again, a bunch more minions will come into the fray. I'm probably going to want to chromatize in the very near future. I don't know how to iron, though. Yet some silly dialogue from the minions. It really doesn't. It's mostly just flavor with the minions, to be honest. But hey, all right. So we do have chromatize at our disposal. What I might want to do is, I feel like a strategic use of it right now to get everyone up into the action pretty quickly. So my direct instructions are literally defeat all minions and then defeat boss monster with a finishing move, which is actually a pretty standard one. That's like a really basic, boring kind of instructions, but easy enough to do, I think. Although there are a lot of turtles out there. Those turtles are going to be tough to take down. So I'm going to move my scout up since she's got the most range, and then we can chromatize. By chromatizing, everybody else is going to move to formation around her. Lights, camera, chromatize! Now they turn into the Power Rangers proper, and now they've all got powers at their disposal. Since she's kind of she's already moved, she can move again. So chromatizing doesn't really use up anybody's turn, per se. So I can still move, and I can still take an action if I wanted to. Not that any of these are going to work. So I've got a stun that stuns adjacent enemies, and got a sword attack. So my assault now has an axe attack and a square house kick, lol, which will do bonus damage to all adjacent enemies, which is kind of nice. It's a really powerful move. My lead can lasso people or drag them towards you, can again sort of move everyone up. So if I were to move him up there, I could again kind of move into formation. They've all got a bit of a cooldown, and the cooldowns are very variable depending on the stats. I mean, they kind of have a cooldown cost, but then you also have a skill regen stat, which means you can very much lower cooldowns. I mean, my techie has got a gun ability here. That one of the tech's big advantages is that he has no issues with skill cooldown. So we've got the pistol attack. It's 1 turn to use again. I can use that pretty much every turn, I think. I think 1 turn cooldown doesn't even mean. I think that means I don't even get a turn of downtime. So let's move him up. Let's use that. I want to double check that works. He's also got 85% damage to all enemies within pistol range. He can teleport, and then he's got all enemies within 4 tiles get a massive debuff, which is also pretty potent. So I'm just going to shoot the turtle to begin with, because he's a techie. His powers revolve around using his tech abilities. So I will gain audience every time he uses a skill. What am I going to want to do here? We've got, like I say, the yellow is kind of healer. She's got a ranged attack, she's got a bow, and she can do a heal Duken, or she can do Circle of Friendship. Both reasonable healing abilities, on fairly short cooldowns as well. And a 5th gen Phoenix 4-turn cooldown allows me to revive an ally as well. So you gain additional powers and passive abilities and things as you go along throughout the seasons. So early on they won't be as powerful, but now I've got like 3 powers at my disposal for each of these guys. So they're getting fairly potent, but at the same time the enemies are getting tougher as well. So it all balances out. These guys, the guys in Season 3 are a lot tougher than they were in Season 2. So we head on over. I can do a ranged ability or I can teamwork. If I bring... Let's see, what else have I got? Have I got any other ranged? I haven't got any other ranged. What I could do is bring the assault up here. Then I've got an axe attack. If you combine an ability attack with somebody else, so if I were to use my axe, and then use there, you see the yellow holds the weapon above their head, so they're going to combine weapon attacks here. If both the classes that are going to teamwork, or can teamwork, both have weapons available, they'll both execute it. So we can use the axe and the bow together and destroy that turtle pretty effectively. And they dropped glitter! There's loot drops and they will be used for crafting later. So they can't do much. And probably not much going on there. I could lasso, but that's not really going to achieve a lot. The lasso, as it says, is a free action, so I could drag the turtle towards me and then go at it with the sword. That might not be a bad choice, actually, come to think of it, but I'd rather save... I feel like I'd rather save my lasso until... No, you know what, I will do that. Let's do that. Lasso, bring you to me, brings it to the nearest available spot, which is right there. So then I can use a sword. Slashy, slashy. They got a lot of defense and a lot of health, so... Yeah, so it's going to be... Didn't think it was really going to kill it, but there you go. And then Ironing Man, yeah, the bosses usually get a couple of moves each turn, so they're a bit more potent than your standard enemy. They got a lot of health, and they usually get to move like twice each turn. Okay, so I'm going to want to try and take some of these down. He's just used his sword, so I can't use that again. What I want to check with Techie, yeah, he genuinely, literally can use that gun every goddamn turn, because his skill regen is so high. That's actually pretty cool. Alright, so let's see. I want to take out this turtle, really. So let's combine the gun and the dagger. Is that going to work? That might actually work. There we go. It's down. Dropped some polyester. Cool. I still want to take out this guy. Let's just try and combine a three-person attack on that one. Teamwork. Move you here. Teamwork. And then my lead as well. So we've got the lead, we've got the assault, and we've got the assist. And the assist is not... I mean, the assist attack isn't actually too bad, actually. So that's a pretty potent attack that's going to be going on here. This might work. Boom. Yes, 363 damage. So there's just 2 healers and Ironing Man now. So he's got a nasty ranged attack, and he gets to use it a couple times a turn. And we want to get rid of these healers first. One of the objectives is to defeat all minions. If I defeat the boss monster, I think the match will literally end, so I do need to get rid of these minions first. As you can see, obviously, we're capped at 6,000, and ideally you want to hit that cap with each level, really. I don't know if I am going to do that here. It would be nice if I did that. Actually, come to think of it, damn it, I should have used Square House Kick. That was a mistake, because I could have probably killed both of those in one turn. So that's unfortunate. Let's move you here. They can probably work together. Yeah, that works out nice. Can she get... No, she can't get close enough. She does have... Let's throw down a Circle of Friendship. I don't know that they need too much healing, but was worth a top-up. Oh, I do have my ranged attack still. But I also kind of want to save my weapons for the boss. The boss... We're going to have to take out the boss in just a moment. So I really do... I do want to save my good abilities for taking it down. Like I said, they're on cooldown, so they will come back, but nonetheless, I want them ready. The boss is mostly ranged, so I don't think it's going to get... It doesn't look like it's going to get too close to me. I might want to use the lasso or something. Now, the important question is, are all my weapons available? And the answer is no, because Purple's weapon is not available yet. So I think I'm mostly just going to want to move people into formation, really, more so than anywhere else. Let's get everyone up close. Let's use double movements. I want everyone's weapons on cooldown so that I can really do some damage to things. At the same time, how's his range? No, his range is no good. It's because this guy's flying away that he's trouble for me. Does anyone need a heal Duken? Because I could do a heal Duken. I don't think I want to now. Let's get everyone moved up. Depends how far he flies away here. Yeah, he's going to fly a long way away. That's annoying. That's really annoying. What I can do, though, what I can probably do, is I could probably use my lasso fairly effectively. I think that might work. Although, what's the cooldown on that? 2 turns. The actual fact of the matter is I'm probably not actually going to be able to kill it. Also, oh, his cooldown on his axe is, like, huge, so... Yeah, okay, a finishing move is not actually going to kill it just yet. That's 2 turns. His is still, like, 3 turns cooldown. I might be worth still just using the bow. You can do a finishing move without all the weapons equipped, but it's a lot more impressive. Okay, finish it means it's definitely within finishing range. So, oh, can he not? Oh, damn it, I was really hoping he would be able to leap that. Nope, apparently not. I can't even lasso it either. No. Okay, fine. He can get reasonably close, and we can do a pistol attack. If I can maneuver it into position, I can finish it off, but a finishing attack requires everybody to be next to it. Oh, come on, fly back towards me. Yes. Right, we're going to do a finishing move. Can he lasso it? No. One more space, and I can lasso it. It is a free action, so I don't lose my turn by doing it. Eagle lasso. There we go. Now it's within range of everyone. So let's get everyone into position, I think. Move you there. Teamwork! You here. Teamwork! You can go comfortably here. Teamwork. You can go here. Oh no! Oh, I messed that up. I messed that one up. I thought I was moving the yellow character, and I totally wasn't. That's gonna be trouble now. Fine, Circle of Friendship it is. I could stand to max out my audience a bit anyway, so might as well make the most of that. I can't believe I ruined that as badly as I did. That's pretty messy. Now, can I get... no. Unless... I might still be able to do something here. Can I maneuver that into that position? No. I can maneuver to there. And teamwork. And then he can move to... This is still not going to work, is it? Not even slightly. Although that's a free action as well. That summons everyone else to me. Join up! Okay, that could work. Right. Yeah, this could totally work. I want you moving here. Teamwork. You, teamwork. You, teamwork. Oh, is green... Oh no, is green not available? Green's not available, is it? Ah, you gotta be kidding me. This is still not gonna work. I don't know if that's gonna kill it. That might kill it. It's such a messy fight. This should go a lot smoother. I'm just making it. I'm making a pig zero of this fight, honestly. Admittedly, if I can hit 6,000 or yeah, 6,000, it shouldn't be a big deal. My trouble now actually is going to be getting her back into the fight. She's not likely to be able to make it to a position where I can get her into lasso range. Ugh. Unfortunate. Alright, teamwork. Let's just move them up, move them up. There's no time limit on this fight, mercifully. Some of them, like with the first round, it's like, oh, you need to finish this within a certain time frame. Well, hey, all my weapons are available again. So that's something. Oh, hang on. I can put time sync. That'll stop it moving. Yes. So if I snare the enemy, it's not going to hit very hard, and that'll be good. Yes. It's not going to hit very hard, and it's not going to move very far. Definitely want that. Okay, so there we go. Now we can probably finish this now. We can almost certainly finish this. Let's do that. Lasso. You. Come to the middle. Get in the middle of this. Then teamwork up. For some reason, I always feel inclined to use the lead to do teamwork, and that's not remotely necessary in any way, shape, or form. It's just not. Anybody can initiate a team attack. And there we go. Now we're good. Now if I execute this attack, Chroma Power, and you know what? All their weapons were available and I totally didn't use their weapons. God damn it. So you can see how that totally works. It would be a lot flashier and a lot more cooler and make a better show, I suspect, without the faffing about, but nonetheless, that was pretty cool. I will show you what irony is the best kind of humor. He's gonna become huge. Wow, that joke was terrible. We need to get a better writer. My maiden will be proud of this. My maiden? What does that mean? That ironing man will iron the entire city. It's time for the mecha! Mecha power activate. So then we get a giant robot fight, which is really what you want from Power Rangers. So we've got attack, we have defend, and we got 4 abilities at our disposal, which are basically because of how I built my robot. You can build the robots different ways. We've got a combo meter. Well, we will have a combo meter once I start attacking. Let's start attacking. So if I hit, deals 3 to 4,000 damage, modified by combo bonus. So your combo bonus is there times 1.0. It's going to do 1 times that damage. So if I hit that, boom, 3,900. So if I attack again, it reduces my chance to hit by, I guess, 10%. It was started out at 94, so it's now down to 84. Each time you try and combo an attack, your chance to hit the target increases. If you miss an attack, the enemy will immediately start attacking you and you'll have to go on the defense. However, if I continue attacking, my attack's going to improve. So I got 1.3 times attack on the next hit. So if I keep hitting, I'll do even more damage. Anytime you can choose to go defense instead of attack and end your turn, and you'll go defensive and you'll take less damage from each hit the enemy deals. So I'm going to push my luck with a couple of combos down to 74%. I'll take that. I'll take those odds. Okay, so its health down a good chunk. I can go defense. Then we've got a kind of a defense mini game, which means I have to defend there. You have to try and get as close to that white mark as possible, and it reduces the damage it's going to deal to you. And of course, the bigger the combo is, the better your defense is going to be as well. So if you can get a huge combo going and then defend, you'll take almost no damage. So it's going to do a special attack, so I want to defend this again, really. So bing. Actually, I've always assumed you have to defend on incoming special attack, but I don't know if that's the case. Let's try and take this thing down, I think. Okay, can we get a third one? If we can get a third one, no, damn it. So I've just got to defend. If I could have got a third hit there, I could probably have finished it off, actually, because I could have used one of my finishing moves. We're still doing well here, but early on these battles are kind of just a walkover, but they're kind of getting progressively tougher, which is nice to see. Because earlier I was like, what's the point of these mechas? The first fight, the enemy literally doesn't even get a chance to attack you. You're just punch, 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 dead, punch, 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 dead, punch, 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 dead. And it's like, what's the point of this fight? So boom. Boom. Now, I've got some finishing moves. 10 to 13,000 damage, multiplied by 1.5 means it'll do about 15,000 damage. That would work. We've got 12 to 14, multiplied by 1.5. That's a pretty potent one, actually, I think. But it adds 2 cooldown to all the skills, so I kind of don't necessarily want to do that. And then we've got a bazooka, which is 1,000, multiplied by 1.5 would... 1,000? 11,000, let's try that. That would probably work. Let's just use the bazooka. I should probably kill it. Yeah, 17,000 damage. That's good. That's good. And for winning that section, I get I get a chunk of health back. But I have to defeat it 3 times. It comes back. You have to do that 3 times over. So let's attack. Let's attack. Let's attack further. And do I want to defend or do I want to push my luck? I could just do that. Recover 1,000 HP for each of your combo counts and end your turn. My combo count's 3, so I guess I would only get 3,000 health back. I've never actually used Wonderwall, I don't think. But I could really use the health back at this point, so I think I'm going to do that. 4,000. Oh, okay. Cool. I feel like the defense actually would have probably saved me more damage than I just healed, but whatever. Great. It could have been better. It could have been a lot better. And perfect. There we go. Minimal damage. Incoming special attack. What happens if I attack when it's incoming special attack? Not much, actually. Apparently it carries on like normal, so then I can defend. That's cool. So click to defend. Yes, awesome. That was a big chunk of damage. It's okay. I can finish this off. So 1.5 times that. The next punch might actually just take it down, to be honest. Oh, not quite. Now, actually, that's kind of a low hit chance, whereas I could just use my Sword Strike. Might just use my Sword Strike. Sword Strike's ridiculous for this. I shouldn't need that there, but there we go. 21,000 damage, yeah, see? Okay, so I heal up 9,000 and we go again! Third time. Third time's pretty much usually the last. I've never seen it. I've never seen a fight that goes more than 3 rounds. No, apparently immune to debuffs. I've never seen any debuffs either, for that matter. I've got that ability that says, oh, now you're immune to debuffs. I've never seen a debuff. And since that's going to be available next turn, I might just... Well, actually, I kind of feel like I want to use the Chroma Beam, but at the same time that will add 2 to the cooldown, so I probably don't want to do that. What I could do is Wonderwall it and get some health back that way. So now I have more health than it. It's probably pretty good. Let's defend. Bing. Awesome. And again. Ding. Oh, that was sloppy. That was pretty sloppy. And ding. Awesome. Cool. Right, let's finish this guy. Bam. Bam. 24,000. That's not going to do 24,000. I need more combos. Oh, I missed. Not good, not good. There's some interesting tactics, like I say, as you get further into it, it gets progressively more complex. The game has layers and layers of complexities, and it just seems to keep adding them. I think I've seen most of what the game is going to do, but it just seems to keep adding stuff to it. I just want to finish this. Let's finish it before it does its special attack. Let's do a Chroma Beam. Boom, 20,000. Ironing Man down! That was cool. That was very cool. So you can see it kind of embodies everything Power Rangers has going on. You got the first stage, then they transform into their more powerful forms, and then they can transform into a giant robot, and then they've got combo attacks that they can combine, and they combine all their weapons as well. Not that I managed to do that, I totally forgot to do that, but they can combine all their weapons to make an even more powerful combo attack, which is just it's pretty perfect, is what it is. It is done, Philip. I mean, Cerebro. I've been watching too much TV lately. Anyway, managed to arrive just in time. Thanks to you, the city was saved once again, Chroma Squad. And that's the end of the episode. So we get to see how much we got out of that episode. That's some of the materials we dropped. I feel like we probably got more than that, but it only ever seems to show you 8 of them. We got 6,000 audience, so that converts to a lovely $1,500, as well as 500 new fans, or very close to. Last episode I got 700 fans, so it's not quite as good, but last audience I think had 9,000 in the last episode, so I got a lot more stuff out of it. So then afterwards we got stuff. We got my marketing has an alert because my current marketing contract has run out, so I'd be looking to get more marketing. So let's start with that. I think you get 3 new options with each season. So Toys R Fans is a good way to make a lot of money. They've got something for Mecha Health, as well as making a lot of money per episode. And then they cost a certain amount per episode, or you can buy them in bulk for 3 episodes as a contract, and they will give you a kind of a passive bonus. If I take Toys R Fans, I get extra Mecha Health and extra Mecha Hit Chance. So where it starts at 94, it actually starts at like 99% hit chance, which would be kind of nice to have. And then there's obviously selling merch options with them as well. Now, M-Mobile is going to give me more income and fan conversion, and Travel Nerds is mostly about building up the fans. They've got marketing fan power, and plus 300 marketing fan. That's interesting. I've not seen that. The fan power will come into play in just a second once I actually choose one of these guys. I was using IndieGig up until recently, and I kind of like what they do for me, to be honest, but I feel like I should use one of the top-end ones now, maybe. They're kind of expensive. Oh, to hell with it. I'll continue with IndieGig. IndieGig are cheap. They do $50 an episode, or you can buy 3 episodes for $112. So then you can see we've got 2,600 fan power, which is our fans. We don't actually spend fans. You don't lose fans for doing this. So they give me +2 fan conversion rate. So our audience gets converted to fans at the end of it, and then you can turn on additional powers. I'm pretty sure I can afford all of those, right? So +80 fans per episode, +35 fans per episode. Convert those fans into income because they're watching the adverts and whatnot, or crowdfunding or something. Yeah, there's a variety of different things that each of these can do for you, and then you get one random thing as well. And then you can turn them on or off at your leisure, so you can use the different powers. You can spend your fan power differently, but because this is kind of a mid-level agency rather than one of the high-level agencies, I can actually afford all of those. I imagine if I took one of the high-level ones, maybe I'd get a lot more powerful stuff, but it would probably cost a lot more to use. So there's an element to that. However, the interview for 900 is actually a pretty good one. That seems pretty nice. I've got a letter from someone. We get you get all sorts of stuff, and I would love quite a lot of them sound like scams, and I would love to actually be scammed in this game just for the funnies mostly. But every time someone sends me a scam email in this, I've gone like, okay, I will listen to you, and it always gives you something really, really good and powerful. So yeah, it's like, hey mate, why do you answer my phone calls and what's messages? Look, I really need you to come down and fix my PC, dude, for realsies. How's it going? I've been really busy with that dangerous dragon show that you have, right? See ya, mate. Flashy will fix your computer. Flashy will be busy forever. Flashy will fix your computer. Reply received. Cool to see you again, just like old mates. Hoped you had fun. And we got an item because I agreed to go fix his PC for him. I've unlocked a new item. I don't know what that's going to be. If we go to the actors, we can have a look at their equipment and find out what that is. Is this the what is the Seeker? Seeker sounds like a weapon. Oh, he gives me a new weapon, a new gun actually, and guns are exclusively equipped by the techies. So it actually reduces his attack by a chunk, but it gives him more weapon attack and gives him plus 12% critical rate over the current weapon. Also, the enemies don't dodge it, so that doesn't show up in your stats, but that's there. Yeah, okay. That's kind of interesting. It's got the same coloring scheme as something like World of Warcraft, or it's any other Blizzard kind of coloring scheme, the traditional Blizzard coloring scheme, as it were. You kind of got the green, blue, and purple weapons. Yeah, kind of a pinky purple, but yeah. So it kind of levels up. So he's currently using a green one, and that's a purple one. I kind of feel like that should be. I should say they were better, but I like him having the actual attack power. The attack power gives him the ability to actually kill things. If I lower his attack any further, he's not actually going to be able to fight very well. So. At the same time, what's the current cooldown cost on it? If you can use it every turn, like you currently can with the pistol, maybe it wouldn't make so much difference. I don't know. I shall contemplate that one later. We've got a shop. We can buy armor. Again, same coloring scheme. You can buy weapons. Again, same coloring scheme. Variety of different attacks. There's a whole variety of various different things. So you got attack, you got health, you got weapon damage, you got skill regens. The variety of different stats to balance. We've got crafting, which is a cheaper way to make the same things. All those bits that were dropping in combat, all those bits of polyester and glass shards and tape and things that drop, you can then convert them into things, and if you've got things you don't want, like, I don't know, silk gloves, we can recycle them, and it tells you what you've got chances of getting. So I got 2 chunks of leather out of that. And we can then use those to craft new things. So if I wanted to make the speedy boots, which give me plus 2 movement range, which I don't actually rate because it doesn't have any other stats, but whatever. If you want to make speedy boots, you can then make that with those. And you can also, there's also packages of crafting items you can buy if you straight up want to do that. I'm not convinced that's a great way to do it, but it's an option. Studio, we've got studio upgrades as well. These are all going to give a variety of different, various kind of passive things. So extra 20% health for actors, an extra 20%, 10 or 20% depending on how much you upgrade it, to audience from director's instructions, better crafting, we've got better drop rates, better global audience gains. So the studio's mostly passive things, really. So we've got extra, reduce enemy dodge and counters. There's a bunch of cool stuff there that sort of improve the way that works. Mecha. All the upgrades for the mecha are done through crafting, so there's a variety of different body parts, different head parts, different arm parts, different leg parts. Some of them are going to have passive stats. If we look at, I think the chest is a good example. You got the Coloured Box of Justice, it's square and durable, 25% defense. Or you can take the chest, which I built, which is 10% defense, but that gives us that crazy Chroma Beam, which is the final strike that we finished off with there. So, because I've got that chest equipped, that unlocks that ability for me. So each of the arms, the chest, and the legs can come with an ability, but they don't have to. So that's kind of interesting. The actors, as we've already seen, you got a variety of different equipment slots. You got 5 different ones, so they all kind of have slightly different things. The lead can equip spears, the assault can equip axes, scout can have daggers, assist can have bows, and techie can have guns. Or everyone, I think everyone can have swords, and I think some of them can carry guns, but not necessarily all of them. I'm not sure on that one. So there's a variety of different equipment that you want to give, and you want to balance things accordingly. Your lead's going to have extra health, the assault's got extra attack, scout's got extra movement range, techie, if we go back to their stats actually, the techie gains skill regen when you use skills, and the assist just has a passive skill regen buff, as well as, you know, a lot of different skills. So they all bring different things to the table under the skills. Scar is mostly healing things, techie has a lot of kind of debuffs and a lot of shooting abilities. Lead has, we've got some stuff based around spears, not that I have a spear equipped, and a lot of kind of leadership things. You've got a taunt, you've got the kind of make a formation. Under Assault, we got, I didn't even look at their fan club. Was their fan club double audience for dealing damage. You kind of get these different tiers of the kind of the talent trees as you go through the season. So because I'm on season 3, you get 3 tiers of the talent tree. When I hit season 4, I'll unlock those. When I hit season 5, I'll unlock those. So you get more and more abilities as you go on. It gets progressively more and more interesting. And some of them are just kind of passives. I mean, all of them have a fan club of some sort, so it's gain audience every time you move, which is fairly bland, but it could be effective. Or you got dexterity. Again, that's kind of bland, actually, to be fair. Actually, all of those are passive. They're not great. Scout's a really bad example, but there is a mixture of passive and active things. So you've got the Eagle Lasso to move enemies around, or you've got just plus damage with spears if you want. With the Techie, you've got plus damage for each distance of attack to the target, or you've got a teleport. So there you've got a choice of a passive or an active, so you can choose which you prefer. I like the teleport. Teleport's cool. But if you want to do a lot of sniping, there's a sniping option as well. And on top of that, as you going back into there, I mean, it's very, very heavily customizable, because I can't change them now because we've established the studio, but right at the start of the game, you also get to pick out the actors as well, and their colors as well. You can make your own Power Rangers team to your liking. You can choose what colors they are, and you can choose what actors play them. Some of them are kind of towing the line of being real celebrities. We've got Scar, the assist, whose real name is Alert Johansson. Scar Alert Johansson? Okay. And Jet Dude Lee? I imagine a lot of the others are probably ones as well, but I think a lot of references may be lost on me, I'm not sure. If nothing else. It's kind of cool to be able to pick that out. So you can pick a team that suits your particular tastes and preferences, and they've all got different stats as well. So you can. I mean, I think my Techie's actually a pretty good one, because I pay him more than the other actors per episode, but he's probably got slightly better stats than the other alternatives. So that's cool as well. So there's a lot of customization in this. There's just layers and layers and layers of intricacies. And I just keep finding more. I think I've seen everything. Now that I'm about halfway through the game, I feel like I should have seen most of the things the game actually has to offer, but I don't know, it could spring something entirely else on my own Season 4 as well, I don't know. All I know is I'm enjoying it a lot. So this is very cool. It's very, very strikingly true to the Power Rangers formula. And it's a really fun game. I'm enjoying the heck out of it. The writing is very, very entertaining. The music is fantastic, by the way. It's got a fantastic soundtrack. I'm loving every moment of this. It's just a really cool concept all around. I love this game. It's fantastic. This is out now. It is available on Steam, on Windows, Mac, and Linux. It is available for £10.99 or your regional equivalent, and I can heartily recommend this. I can definitely say people should be checking this one out. If you have any interest whatsoever, or have ever had any interest whatsoever in Power Rangers, you need this in your life. You really do. So there you go. That's Chroma Squad. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Meroka. I'll see you next time.